What's up, guys? Well, it's been a while since I've checked in to talk boxing. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year to everyone out there. I may not be back on before the new year, so let me go ahead and say that to you guys, and Merry Christmas. I wanted to make some quick comments about the AJ Jake Paul fight. I really have not watched a lot of the post-fight videos. And to be honest with you, I didn't watch a lot of the build-up either because we knew what this was. We knew what it was supposed to be. And ultimately, the outcome was what everybody felt it would be and what it should have been. All right? Guys, I want to give Jake Paul a lot of credit for what he did, man. I don't think many people are doing that. From the titles of the videos I'm seeing, people are, kind of laughing at Jake and criticizing him for running and all this kind of stuff. People hate him so much they're happy to see him get knocked out, happy to see his jaw get broke, all that. But, guys, to me, and I might be in the minority here, even though Jake lost, I felt that he won. And even though AJ won, I felt that he lost. And let me explain what I mean. All right, AJ is a former unified champion, an Olympic gold medalist, a future Hall of Famer. He's a legendary heavyweight, and an all-time great heavyweight. That's how he's gonna go down. All right. Guys, he has 18 years experience. AI said he started boxing in 2007. All right. Jake Paul started boxing in 2018. He only has 7 years experience. 7 years versus 18 years experience. AJ has more than double the experience that Jake has. When you think about the levels that he's boxed at, the level of guys that he's fought as an amateur, as a pro, the championships, the champions he's fought, all these things, man. And for a guy with only 8 years experience, who was the most skilled guy that Jake had fought up to this point? Was it Anderson Silva, maybe? Chavez, you could say Chavez because he was a former world champion in boxing, but damn, he hadn't been in his prime forever and been losing to everybody, all right? And hell, Anderson beat him straight up, So Anderson Silva might be the best skilled guy that he fought. And he went from a guy who was primarily an MMA fighter, even though he is a striker, and he proved his boxing ability once again by knocking out T Wood. I made $500 off that shit. He was a plus 400, and with Woodley being so inactive, brutally knocked out, severely undersized, and outskilled. Even though Anderson was 50, I felt that it was worth the play, and the shit hit all right. I wish I would have put way more than I did on it. All right, but guys, Jake, for the little experience that he has, man, he went into the 6th round with AJ. And I didn't do a pre-fight video, but I personally felt, hell, if he got outside the 2nd round, it would be a win for him because Francis Ngannou, who had beat Tyson Fury, who was a former, UFC champion, a guy with a big punch, he didn't make it outside the 2nd round. So I felt the hell, if he was to do that, that would be a victory for him, man. AJ was favored to win within the first 4 rounds. I saw it at a minus 165 on DraftKings before the fight, for him to win within the first 4 rounds, and he did not, so he beat the odds, man, literally. The argument could be made, I wasn't scoring the fight, but I think the argument could be made that he was winning the fight before he started getting knocked down, all right? AJ could not hit him. He was getting frustrated. Jake Paul's making AJ look bad. He's making him look slow, robotic. He was whiffing on a lot of shots, man. a lot of shots. And Jake was, in my opinion, he was landing more, early in the fight, for most of the fight, So I give Jake Paul a ton of credit for what he did, man. People are running him down, criticizing him and shit for, hitting the canvas and for running and holding or whatever, Hey, the man was doing what he had to do to survive. Hell, to be honest with you, I thought his strategy should have been to be as close to AJ as possible and go for the knockout, because I felt that he could not win a boxing match. He could not outbox AJ. Don't do what Francis Ngannou did, trying to foolishly, have a boxing match, a chess match with AJ. I felt that if he was circling around on back foot, like that would be a mistake. Well, hell, he even beat what I said, all right? I thought he should have stormed the pocket, used his smaller size advantage and tried to knock out AJ, all right? But Jake certainly, proved me wrong in what he did, man. He went to the 6 with AJ, man. He had not fought, he hadn't even fought a top 15 guy, all right? And to last that long, with a future Hall of Famer, former unified champion, Olympic gold medalist, a guy who had more than double the experience that he had him whiffing, frustrated. I thought he did great, man. His only downfall in this fight was his fatigue, was his stamina, all right? That's what he said it after the fight. It's not like he really was having problems with AJ. He just got tired, man. He couldn't keep doing what he was doing. I felt that all that movement would eventually catch up to him, and it did, but outside of that, man, I thought the guy did a great job, and I'm not criticizing him. I'm saluting him and praising him for what he did. People thought that AJ was going to stop him in, 1 or 2 rounds. I mean, people saying, oh, AJ, AJ could have got him out of there whenever he wanted to. He was just playing around, blah, blah, blah. I ain't saying that shit, man. If AJ was honest about it, that's the side, he would say that, the guy was decent. I don't know what he said because I have not watched any post-fight interviews, but he was giving AJ problems, man. He made AJ look bad. He made him look slow and robotic. If AJ was having these kind of problems with, a Jake Paul, what's he going to do against, guys at the top of the sport? Now, if he fights Tyson Fury, I got him all day against Tyson Fury because I think Fury is done. He's been done. He lost to Francis Ngannou, for fuck's sake, all right? So, yeah, I got him beating Tyson Fury. Yeah, could probably stopping Fury, Fury who was inactive, who seems to be not motivated, all that, all right? But depending on the matchup, man, betting against AJ could be a good opportunity, all right? I think that's about it, guys. I really just want to come on and give Jake Paul his credit because I don't think many people are doing it. I see the positive in his performance, man. And really, if he was to step in with, another high level guy or whatever, or anybody, halfway decent, I'm respecting the guy, man. I'm respecting the guy. All right. So really, that's it. Let me know what you guys think. Hope you guys made money this past weekend and any bets that you may place coming up. Happy holidays to you guys and Happy New Year. And I'll check in with you guys soon. Thanks for watching.